And here's a quick little video on the school zone example from week 3 dealing with confidence intervals. Now you've read the excerpt from the discussion board. Let's see how we do the calculations using StatCrunch. Basically, you click on the stat menu, find proportions, one sample, and then with summary, because we're using summary statistics on this. And so let's go into StatCrunch and do exactly that. I'm looking at step 1 from the discussion and the totals. So going into Stat, Proportions, one sample, with summary. And then once we do that, this pop-up shows, and we want to input the number of successes, which in this case is the number of cars that speed, and the number of observations, which is the total number of cars. There's 137 successes, 1,561 total cars. Click on Next. Hypothesis testing will be next week. Module 4. Confidence interval will be this week. Click on the radio button. Check the level. We want a 95% confidence interval, so we'll leave this at 0.95. And the method, a standard confidence interval will work here. And now hit Calculate. Once you hit Calculate, you get another pop-up window. Gives the symbol for proportion. 2 pieces of information just to make sure that we got the data in there correctly. The count, which is the total number of speeders. The total, which is the total number of cars. The sample proportion. The standard error. And here's the lower confidence limit and the upper confidence limit. Now notice that these numbers, well, the sample proportion is the same, but the limits are different in StatCrunch than they were in the example, simply because in the example I used 1.96 as my z multiplier. Here they used a much more precise figure for that. And really that's all you have to do. Remember, it's stat, proportions, one sample, 2 sample will be in a couple weeks, with summary. Number of successes is the number of cars that were speeding, it's 137. Total, which is the number of cars I measured, 1561. Next. Confidence interval, 95%. If we want a 90%, we'll just change that to 0.90. But let's leave it at a 95%. Standard method, calculate, and then the pop-up with the answer. Lower limit, that's the lower confidence limit. U limit is the upper. So we're 95% sure that the total proportion of cars that speed through the speed zone, speed through that school zone, is between 7 and 10%. I really do hope this helped. This is the end. Thank you very much.